Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Mexico City Diablos and the Seattle Seahawks. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 60 outlaw. 53. General West. It's on field. Hey, it's on out. Switch. Jack.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. On second down, McCaffrey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ross on the return. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Just like that. Just like that.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, Wilson forced out to his left. He'll run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Now Wilson on first down. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you can...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
On for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Check hot, bro.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bomber.
Slam.
Fire.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Second and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Miles Sanders, his fourth touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Rosas to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Hey, high 7.
SOS.
61, matchbox lights.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And touchdown! Dallas Goedert with touchdown number 12 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the 39, Wilson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. And this will be a touchdown.
That's it, baby. We got
That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Seahawks take over. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Borden. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing, but that last completion gets a first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll throw over the middle, taken in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Looking deep down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
From the gun, Gordon. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now Saquon Barkley. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll go to Barkley again. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them and field position.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Devin Bush, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Get it.
Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Now here's Ross. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The 6-yard line.
Got it.
Mark 27, Mark 27. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Operating from the gun. Gordon, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bump.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Back to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mike check 33. 33. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. There he goes, left side. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Leo. Now.
Throwing after the interception. Borden. He's going to look deep down the field. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, team 6.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. And they rattle off a big one. 58 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Pick the edge. Go. Switch.
Buzz. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over. Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking to throw. Borden. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
60 Pittsburgh.
Brings up 2nd and 15.
No.
At the 48-yard line.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Mike 57.
5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Chapman. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call.
Go now.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hatchet.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
On 3rd down, Chapman. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Gordon. And now here is another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The quarterback keeps it. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Seahawks' 36-yard line.
We go. 8, read.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
On the set.
53, check 53. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Hit it.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
The 41-yard line. Tonight's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. One up and up, it's magic.